Well, hello my many lovers, ladies, gentlemen. It's me, DRBC 007, and we are continuing our Hitman Chronicles. If you want to see more of these videos, well, slap that like button like you would my firm buttocks. Share this video like you did that porn mag you found in the bushes at school one sticky and hot summer afternoon. You might have ignored the sticky pages of that treasure trove of smut, but by sharing it, all of your friends benefited. Oh yes, I did. They did. And subscribe right now if you're not already, or I'll find you in the night and then take your mother out on town and absolutely pound my credit card by whisking her away on a first-class trip to Milan for shopping, wine, food, and in the throes of definite passion that will follow. And over many years, I'll make so many DRBC babies that your inheritance reduces to nothing more than a distant memory of your old granny's stash of Nazi gold. Our target today is Viktor Novikov, a naughty little Ruski oligarch whose crimes against humanity also include crimes against fashion. For this turtleneck-wearing turtlehead has dirtied the pants of the world for far too long. Also on my hit list is his accomplice, the saucy ex-supermodel turned murderous harlot with a penchant for pleasure toys and an appetite for death, Dahlia Margolis. Margolis. Dahlia. On any other occasion, my absolute dream girl, but today she must die. Together they own and run the world-famous fashion house Sanguine, but behind the scenes sell classified information at auctions for the super-rich and elite under Iago. I must infiltrate their cover-up fashion show and take them down. Taking this mission seriously and completely intent on enjoying my night, I smuggle in my trusted silenced pistol, a couple of coins in case I have to do some close-up magic tricks to seduce the ladies or dispel a crowd of unruly tiddlywinks, and my absolute favorite bath toy, an extremely lethal remotely detonated explosive device, the Pale Duck, which rhymes with one of my other favorite things, an absolutely delicious pale Well, I am once again ready to become the Hitman.
DRBC's forever. He is all you need to please you. He can stimulate and tease you. He won't leave in the night. He is here to delight and spank you. DRBC is forever. Hold him close and then caress him. Touch him, stroke him and undress him. You can see every part. He'll sniff your every fart, and he won't gag.
He actually quite enjoys it.
He'll give you love all night long till the morning. DR never gets boring, for when his love is gone, like syphilis he lingers on. DRBC's forever, forever, forever. DRBC's forever, forever, forever and ever.
I have a ticket to the front door, but decide to take in the wonderful gardens and some of the exquisite topiary. Myself being quite the bush enthusiast, I take in the musty aroma of the evening air and cool curves of those captivating shrubs and find myself overhearing a conversation that spikes my interest. Instead of going back to the party, I venture round back and decide to surprise one of the guards. However, I'm spotted by Mick. I don't know if that's his name, but he looks like a Mick. Yes, definitely a Mick the gormless prick. His sudden discovery of me shocks us both and I jump into the bin. Not dignified, but I've been inside Susan from accounting. It was a night full of tequila and shame, so much worse things. We play this game of cat and mouse a number of times as Mick desperately attempts to satisfy what's clearly a vicious crack habit that he's hiding from his colleagues. He and a few guards keep coming to investigate this random bald man hiding behind the window, but luckily they never think to counter my 200 IQ move and don't ever consider checking the bins. DRBC 1, guards nil. Eventually, I managed to subdue Mick and leave him with what's likely to be brain damage from a pretty severe concussion. But luckily for me, his uniform is left unblemished, and I'm able to don it before dumping him in the trash like the garbage he is. Despite my svelte figure and ripped body, I fit perfectly into his clothes, as if they were made for me. I love it when a plan comes together. I spend some time walking the facility and trying to get my bearings before I stumble across a reporter that is due to have an interview with Viktor Novikov, but her camera is broken. I find a replacement part, and like a knight riding in to save the fair maiden, I present the part. She's also British, so I think we could stick together, but unfortunately, she's that kind of British. The uncouth, dirty kind. I mean, just listen to that voice. Ugh.
Yes, thank you so much. Oh, what do I owe you?
High fashion, high society she most certainly is not. Despite this, I thought my, out-of-the-way efforts could or would be rewarded with at least a cheeky handy, or if I was really lucky, a good old-fashioned rusty trombone. But nothing. She just walks on by, and I realize that it's likely because I'm still in the goddamn waiter's outfit. Fucking cock-blocked by Mick. I follow her, and do consider drowning her in the toilet for her pretty outrageous lack of gratitude, but instead follow her to the meeting with Viktor Novikov. I think about gunning them both down in a mafia-style hit, their bodies falling in slow motion into the flowing fountains behind them, but decide although the poetic nature of their demise would be immensely satisfying, my death would shortly follow, and I'm still wearing Mick's crack-laced outfit. I spend far too long wandering through the corridors and open outdoor spaces, but find my way into the backstage area for the fashion show. I also discover a makeup artist's pink t-shirt and mingle in with some sexy mamas as Victor arrives to check up on his models. Having had quite enough of the girls' judgmental stares and dismissive attitudes to my clearly unwanted invitations to swinging sex parties, I make my way back downstairs and find a route blocked by Victor's elite guards. And it's there that I stumble upon the rudest woman in the entire party. Dumbfounded by her wondrous beauty, I lavish her with compliments and sweet nothings, but she ignores me completely. The last time I felt this invisible was my 9th birthday party, when Boom Boom the Clown spent the entire time tickling my cousin. I mean, my mum paid him to play with me! We later found out that Boom Boom the Clown had actually died 3 days before at Gwendolyn Chow's party while pulling a scar from his mouth. We still don't know who that clown was, but my cousin swears he'll never love again. I feel like I'm getting nowhere and switch back into the waiter's outfit so I can walk the catwalk. However, this was a mistake. The amount of arse pinching and handsy foreplay is starting to get rude. Plus, this is supposed to be a party, and I haven't even had an old-fashioned, a Moscow Mule, or a White Russian. The latter of which is not a racist sexual preference, but a delectable tipple to tease and amuse after a hearty meal. I make my way into another notable topiary garden and marvel at the carefully manicured and clean-cut edges before subduing one of Victor's elite guards to steal his uniform. I then dump the body over the edge so he could have funny stories to tell comrades. But it looks like Vlad here never learned to swim while unconscious. I mean, I thought Mother Russia made harder men than that. After my chances of killing Novikov seem rather limited, I turn my attention to Dahlia Margolis. I find Margolis and her Iago auction, and my disguise fools everyone. There she is, Dahlia Margolis, and I was instantly struck by how much she reminded me of my friend from school's mum, and it all flooded back. Oh, Stacy, you know you're just not the girl for me.
Stacy, can't you see you're just not the girl for me? I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom. Stacy's mom. Yes, I'm in love.
I got a few cheeky glances from her, and especially her bodyguard, and could swear I was being invited to some kind of kinky sex play in her private back room. Perhaps climb up one Eiffel Tower while staring out the window at another Eiffel Tower? You know what I mean? Eiffel Tower! But like many things in my life, I misread that situation hard. I discovered she's an alcoholic that takes a large sip from a never-ending champagne flute every time she enters the room, so I decided to poison her drink so that she's forced into a quick toilet break where I'd be free to end her life. However, I need to get rid of the guard in the room first. I do, and dump him in the closet, and then poison her drink. But Dahlia, the sly fox she is, notices the guard is missing and ignores her alcoholic urges. I follow Dahlia back into the auction and try to stop her, let's be honest, super clingy bodyguard. I mean, he won't let us get close, and I'll be damned if I'm cock-blocked twice in one night. I come up with an ingenious plan and walk right up into his face while swaying left to right several times until he stops following us. It works, and I shall call him Edmund. Edmund, absolutely starstruck by my alpha male dance of courtship, holds his ground. However, it doesn't last long, much like my erection after reaching climax. For the third time, woof! Dahlia makes her way back to the champagne room, or as it will become, the room of death, and Edmund is hot on her trail. I quickly subdue Margolis and wait for Edmund to return and spot her body so I can subdue him too. Once he's down, I'm ready to enact my master plan, one of love, betrayal, and suicide. I drag Dahlia with all the grace and dignity she deserves, the slag, to protect her modesty and, of course, not catch a cheeky glimpse of her naughty hidden place while her legs are rather ungraciously splayed open. Also, don't blame me for this. The developers don't want us to do this, then don't let us drag her around by one leg. You know what you're doing. Into the bathroom we go, and over the edge she throws herself. Why? Because, and just hear me out, she discovered her bodyguard and lover Edmund was really in a relationship with Viktor Novikov. Betrayed and wrought with despair, she decides to end her life upon the catwalk she trod so many times before. The press will lap it up. Next, Edmund, distraught and witnessing his lover throw herself to her death, decides to end his life too and follow suit, jumping through the window to the crowds below. Masterful. Next, Novikov, you dirty Russian rat! I could kill Viktor in so many ways, poison his drink, drown him in the Seine. Instead, I throw my little pale duck at his feet and blow him and his bodyguard to hell. No one ever suspects the pale duck, who I shall name Sir Quackers, whose name is as hilarious as it is deadly. With the music still blaring, no one knows what's happened, and I hastily make my way onto the lawn where I detonate the fireworks. And in the commotion and sparkly display of fire and light, I escape on a small riverboat, but not before needlessly gunning down a guard. Take that, you bitch. Well, that's job done, and another successful assassination. I hope to see you next time for more DRBC 007 action, and thank you for watching, but for now, I'm DRBC 007, signing off.
DRBC's forever, forever, forever. DRBC's forever, forever, forever and ever.